Do 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 do. Probably help if I put that off. There we go. Hello, good evening. We are back for some more Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn main story quests 2.0 with our continued critique of the voice acting, as well as some general moments when I realised the things that I have missed. We are at the level 41 quests now, and as I mentioned in the last episode, I was going to go and finish out the rank 4 of the hunting log, which I did. Took me about 15 minutes or so, and I also came and did the level 40 quest, which got me cover, which is basically a skill that I hardly ever remember to use on Paladin, because I'm a Dark Knight at heart, and we don't cover people. It's not what we do. So, we need to go and deliver a pot. Pot life. So, sealed with science. Right, we're about halfway through the level 41 quest. As you can see, we actually managed to get a good chunk of the way, not just from 42, which is where I think we finished, but into 43 and, what, 2/3-ish of the way to 44. So that will give us a nice buffer should the main story quest run dry for our level. To be honest, I don't foresee us... There's another one of those level 50 hunt mobs. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. I did run into Marbury last night whilst I was doing the hunting log. Realised what it was a little bit too late, and it chased me for a while. I do wish there was slightly better shadowing effects on things in the distance. A little bit of depth of field would be nice. There are some presets that you can get for reshade and stuff like that that will help give a better kind of contrast. Actually, while I think about it, isn't there a gamma setting on here? Let's put that down a bit. Hopefully that won't mess things about too much. Right, so how many times must I be made to explain myself? I am not contemplating suicide, you imbecile. I have chosen this precise position to perform scientific measurements. What have we here? A containment vessel. Why, this is the handiwork of Professor Lambertain. You thieving knave, I shall call for the... Oh, made especially for you by the man himself. Then you must have sought me out per his instruction, which means he believes me experienced enough to expound upon his explanations. At last, the recognition I so rightly deserve. I thought for a moment then that the mob's name was Kraken, because I'm stupid. I was very confused. Sako is trying very hard to contain his excitement, and is failing. Oh, fabulous day. Kaloo, that I should be chosen to guide this woman. Yes, I, Sako, greatest of Professor Lambertain's students, shall see that you successfully quarry your quarry. Your timing is impeccable, in fact, for I was just preparing to procure corrupted crystals from the burning wall for my personal research. There, the devastating destruction caused by the calamity has blessed us with a bounty of sublime specimens. But something tells me that not but a perfect piece will satisfy your high standards, in which case you must needs descend to the deepest depths. Amidst the flowing waters and the murderous Mirranites lies the most fantastic formation I have found thus far. Take this highly advanced researcher's tool and use it to separate a small fragment from the large cluster. Place it within the warded pot and bear it back to me for inspection. The path which leads from Burgundy Falls to the base of the burning wall is treacherous and terrifying, but advance with appropriate caution and you shall surely survive. I seem to recall that advanced research tool. Yes, it's a quarrying hammer. He just wants me to hit it with a hammer. and break a chunk off. Advanced scientific research. Right, there's two ways into the burning wall. There's this way, by Burgundy Falls, and you can actually go the other way. You can get through down there. If you remember, that's where we went to pray ages ago. And that's where I said the thaumaturge stuff was. But yes, you can get down to the burning wall that way. It doesn't make a huge amount of difference because either way we're still going to need to go down this path. Floating stone. What does floating stone offer us? Just some XP. Don't need that. Need gears. So, the Golden Fleece, the Snowballs, don't aggro, the Mimonites do. But if you're sneaky, you can make your way past them. Which way do I need to be going? I have a feeling it's not this one. No? Yes? Ooh. Annoyingly. Oh. I was about to say there's a fate right in a way, but it's literally just finished, which is handy. There's a random dead person there. I wonder. Oh joy. Right, this is going to be fun. Mind you, we are level 39, so that's not so bad. Get out of here. Right, let's get this person up on his feet. Looks like he'd been trying to solo the fate. I don't know whether he's actually here AFK or what, but we've done. The buff will last for 50, 60 seconds. Right, let's use this scientific research tool on the corrupted cluster. And then we need to use the pot. And then we need to go back. It's a very pretty area. Actually, it does look a little bit better now we've turned the gamma down a bit. I'm not entirely sure why I turned it up. I have a feeling I turned it up during Heavensward. Because they changed the way the lighting engine renders for Heavensward, and it made things a little bit dark. But yeah, that looks better with the gamma correction down. Still getting some... Doesn't always feel like we're getting 70 FPS. Ooh, yeah, see? Some hiccups there. I wonder if that's because we are streaming at the same time? I don't know. What does that actually do? I can barely notice the difference between those two. That just seems to make everything slightly darker overall. Anyway, mostly it just seems to... the frame rate's all over the place. Oh dear. I see you've come galloping back. Have you the crystal then? It's in a pot. What a prodigiously large and lovely crystal. Professor Lambertine will doubtless chortle with joy when you present it to him in person. And upon your return, do remember to recount how I helped you with the harvesting. Yes, you gave me a hammer to hit it with. Just looking at this view does very much remind me of the version 1.0 view, where it was a very similar colour palette, but there's so much more variety in the landscape. There's trees everywhere, there are little settlements. The road doesn't look like it's been cut and pasted, and there's not the same rock formation about 8 times just on the path. It's a much better, more interesting world. And sometimes you do really need to stop and actually look at it, because a lot of times gamers don't. We're playing the game, we're not looking at what's going on. What's around us. We might be looking out for the next enemy or the next objective, but we're not necessarily looking at the actual world that's been created. So one of the things that Bloodborne does very, very well, that's why it's my favourite game of all time. So much detail everywhere. Right, Lambertine. My keen scholar's sense tells me you've obtained a corrupted crystal, am I right? If you would grant me a moment to examine the crystal. Ah! It is, as you desired, a corrupted crystal overflowing with wind aspected ether. Huh. Remind me, for what purpose did you intend to use this crystal again? What? To breach a barrier composed of wind aspected ether? Oh dear. This may prove problematic, as this crystal would only serve to strengthen the barrier. I suppose I'm at fault for not inquiring as to your objectives from the start. Had I known your intent, I should never have sent you to Hahasako. But what is science if not for trial and error? And can you truly say that this failure has taught you nothing? Think, woman. You now understand the methods necessary to safely correct a corrupted crystal. Yes, hit it with a hammer. You will doubtless have no difficulty doing so once more. What's more, this crystal you collected can serve as an invaluable resource for the ethereal studies conducted by the students of Baldessian. You've heard of them? Well, I don't mean to boast, but I have a professional relationship with the organisation. Not as equals, of course. I would never be so bold as to claim that level of expertise. Are you alright? Your eyes seem to have glazed over for a moment. Anyway, I shan't keep you from your task. You still have a corrupted crystal to find. More random potions to fill up the inventory with that we'll never use. Corrupted crystals of sufficient size and strength are not all that common, I fear. Fortunately, one of my other students, Sienna, claims to have discovered another promising site in eastern Lenosha. Wait, no, that's not correct. Eastern Lenosha was where she was nearly killed when Rundun utilized an Imperial castrum. Ha! Now that made for an amusing anecdote. It was western Lenosha. Faris Sirius on the Isles of Umbra, to be precise. I don't recall her exact reasoning, something to do with one of Dalaman's talons or some such nonsense. What I can say for certain is that she is still in Isleport attempting to gain access to the Isles. Why not travel there and see if Sienna's inquiries bear fruit? If you can look past the crass and violent ways of the local pirates. Hey, I'm a member of the Maelstrom. You might find your time there to be quite pleasurable. Oh, and do not forget to take your makeshift warded pot, lest she think you unprepared for the task. Yes, we will be using an Ethernet ticket. I thought we should be going to the Isles of Umbra reasonably soon. There's a couple of reasons to come here. Oh, she's up there, isn't it? Oh, Sienna. Eh? Cryptic crystals. Madam, I'm no interest in being the butt of your jokes, so if you have no other reason for addressing me, kindly leave me be. Well, I'll be damned. Professor Lambertin did send you. Beg your pardon, it seems we've got off on the wrong foot. I'm Sienna, greatest of the Professor's pupils, which is doubtless why you bid you seek me out. Indeed, I am an accomplished scholar with an extensive background and... oh, gods, just listen to me prattle on and on. I must have given this introduction a dozen times by now. Cha-ching! Level 44. Level 44 gets me ultimatum. What's that do? Oh, that's the AoE taunt, which I've never really used. What's that actually look like? Does it have a... yeah, that's quite interesting. Oh, I can't remove all this on cooldown. I shall do that in a moment. I should take the woolen robe, I think. Actually, no, let's take the cash. Take the cash for now. We can sort out gear for the White Mage afterwards. As I told the Professor in my many missives, I believe that the area surrounding Ffxiv is replete with corrupted crystals of exceptional strength. Unfortunately, I've yet to test my hypothesis, as all access to the Isle of Umber is prohibited at the moment, for reasons unknown to me. You see, my attempts to acquire this information are often met with annoyance and disdain. It's rather puzzling, since I always take the time to explain my motivations in great detail to the subjects of my questioning. Perhaps you will have better luck wresting information from these yellow jackets. I've all but given up at this point. It's possibly something to do with the fact that you bored them to tears. Do we go inside for this? No, that's the one that's on the roof. Can't go in there, can we? Oh, we can. But that's not where we want to be. Up and up and up and up and up and up and up, yes. Ooh. QNEB? Ah, you startled me. Don't you know better than to sneak up on a person at a time like this, what with all this fatuous gossip of spirits and spectres haunting the Isles of Umber? Just because I know it's nonsense doesn't make it any less frightening. So, the Isles of Umber are haunted, or at least they think it's haunted. And as it happens, they are pretty much correct that it is indeed haunted. There should be another one down the ramp here. Gotta go the long way round. The Isles of Umber? What interest have you in that god's forsaken place? Ever since we were forced to abandon Ffxiv, the Isles have become naught more than a graveyard for ships, unable to navigate the shores, and a purgatory for the souls dragged down to the depths with them. We can actually see Ffxiv. That's not Ffxiv, that's lit. Oh no, that is Ffxiv. Hold on. Yes, so those are the Isles of Umber over there, and that is Ffxiv, the lighthouse, which, as you can see, got skewered by ether from Bahamut during the calamity, and during that time it's basically got wrecked. Ferkman. You keen on travelling to the Isles of Umber? Bloody hell, lassie, you're drunk or just crazy. Ain't nothing there but death. Death and more death. So everybody basically says, not a good place. But we've got to go there. So, Sienna. Ah, Demajen, you've returned. Tell me of your findings. Really? Infested with undead, you say? That is very, very interesting development. Excuse me for a moment while I gather my thoughts. Worry not, my friend. I've given your findings some thought, and I've concluded that this talk of spirits is nothing more than local folklore. As for wild travel to the Isles of Umber is restricted well. Maybe it's considered too dangerous owing to the abandonment of Ffxiv. Yes, well, anyway, while you were questioning these yellow jackets, I paid a visit to the local pub, since even an esteemed scholar like myself enjoys dulling her wits on occasion. It was there that I heard tell of a man named Ffxiv, who was recently detained after returning from, wait for it, the Isles of Umber. This is the first I've heard of someone actually travelling to and from there, so I'm curious as to how he obtained permission. Mind having a chat with him in my stead? He was arrested after all, so I'm somewhat reticent to approach him myself. It's amazing the excuses quest developers can find in order to get us to do the work as opposed to the NPCs that will probably be better at it. And here he is, Ffxiv. I have to go back. She calls to me, sings to me. Ugh. Tell me, Meadow, I'm sorry. Give him this. He was right. Or you could release me. Yes, release me. I will go and tell her. Let me go to her. Ffxiv has, rather unfortunately, not just become the home of ghosts and goblins and, well, no, not goblins, ghosts and spectres and zombies and undead, but it's actually been taken over by a siren. A siren who doesn't look anything like that one. Well, not a huge amount like that one anyway. And once you go to Ffxiv, the dungeon, which you can go to twice, can't remember whether we actually have to do it for the main story quest or not, because it's level 15, it's a ways away. But you get to fight the siren and cleanse the Isles. And then I seem to recall there's a hard mode version of it, but I can't remember what you have to do with that. What did Ffxiv have to say? Huh? That's not terribly helpful. Couldn't care less how much he misses his favourite bar wench. What was that? But what was that about a man named Mimidua? Wait, I know that name. That's that bastard who grabbed my arse the other day at the pub. Well, if you want to give him that feather, be my guest. I'm not going anywhere near him and his wandering hands. Oh yes, I forgot about that. So yes, this brilliant feather reflects light as if it were actually made of gold. That's one of Siren's wing feathers. And this is Mimidora, who's a dock worker. Another initiate, are you? No? Then what are you? Speak up, missy, I can't hear you. Eh? Bugging me, is that what I think it is? Nah, couldn't be. You found this, you say? You found this, you say? Where'd you say you found it? Ffxiv, you say? I was hoping to have a word with the lad, but it sounds like there's nothing left twixt his ears. He was supposed to help patch us for how serious it was. The company sent me to supervise the lot of them. Weren't getting work done on their own, see? Half of them walked off, half of them ran off, and half of them up and vanished. Maths? What's that? You've been looking for passage to the Isles of Umber. Why don't you say so? I've been thinking of dispatching someone to take a look on behalf of old Mimidora. Tell him how the land lies. Ain't nobody been interested till you came a-calling. Old ports up in arms about spirits and so forth. If I had the gill, I'd hire some sellsword and let him sort it out. But you'll do in a pinch, you will. Show this parchment to the skipper and he'll see you back there and back. So yes, this Mimidora and his bunch have been hired to fix up Ffxiv after, you know, that happened. Missed. Otherwise, nobody's going out there. So you went and had a word with Mimidora. I hope the valuable time you saw fit to waste amounted to something. A slip of parchment granting you crossing. You mean that disgusting creature was Ffxiv's superior? I find that hard to believe. But this route of passage does appear to be genuine, so it must be true. I must say it is a relief to work with such an industrious woman as you. I look forward to hearing of the discoveries you will make on the Isles of Umber without me. Fine, fine. I fail to see the justification for dragging me along on your journey, but if you insist, I will go as well. But 12 is my witness. If you leave me behind to be devoured by some horrid abomination, I shall come back to haunt you. I really can't speak today. Mind you, I've been saying that for the last week. It's one of the disadvantages of not being at work during the summer holidays. Your voice just goes, and your brain goes, and having to listen to Alpha No also makes your brain go, ha! Take me to the Isles of Umber, she bids, as if it's as simple as, oh, I see you've got a bit of passage. Alright then, climb aboard. So it is as simple as that. Ooh, click, 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 click. Hey look, there's some more plasmoids. So this is the Isles of Umber. It drops us off down here. For some reason the shadows go a bit wonky on the water here. Can't quite look up high enough to see the big ass crystals stuck through the lighthouse, but you do get kind of an impression of the scale of it. There's the wall, Aleport's over there. Okay. This doesn't seem all that bad. I'm not saying I'd like to buy a summer home here, but what the hell's with this? Here, take your part and go on without me. You've harvested corrupted crystals before, right? So it isn't as though you require my assistance. Speak to the man guarding the gate. I'm sure he'll let you in. Now, if you please excuse me. And here's David. Before we go and speak to David, just have a quick look over here. As there are a few quests on the Isles of Umber, but mostly, yeah, you can see it's pretty darn massive. But it is a fairly important landmark. It's a massive lighthouse. Beg your pardon, madam, but how did you come here? Access to the island is currently restricted. An old pot? I'm not sure I follow. Oh, I see. You wish to harvest a corrupted crystal. Sorry, friend, but you may have to return empty-handed. What? After all this? The Master Mumadora gave you may grant you access to the island, but only authorised personnel may proceed past this point. Why, you ask? Look up and see for yourself. When that giant mass of crystal struck the lighthouse, it caused severe damage to both the structure and the machinery within that once powered the beacon. Aye, contrary to what the small folk would have you believe, the fires of Ffxiv were not the product of a major thaumaturgy or a colossal arcane bomb, but an elaborate contraption fuelled by ethereal energy. Repairs are still ongoing, but it's anyone's guess when they'll be complete. What's worse, all work has ceased since rumours of the Walking Dead drove off our entire crew. Not that those rumours are incorrect. I've observed the fiends from a distance at the ship graveyard to the south. What's drawing them to our shores is still a mystery, though. Well, it would be if I hadn't already told you what it was. I'll make you a deal, Demajen. Help me unravel this mystery, and I'll bring you your corrupted crystal. In fact, I'll begin searching for one that satisfies your requirements. As for where to begin your inquiries into this situation, it so happens that a party of 3 adventurers came ashore not long ago seeking to scavenge valuable trinkets to the ship graveyard. I'd be surprised if they knew nothing of the undead infestation, so it might behoove you to question them. So these chaps that we're lurking about over here may have more information for us. Alduil, Rapi Tarapi, and Louis. Ooh, camera. It's order for the shaking. 5 bleeding years worth of wrecks in their cargo. But those queer dead things. And that voice. Actually, that voice was quite nice. You saw them too, right? Dead people, just shambling about without a care in the world. Except when they do seem to care, that is, and start shuffling towards the water. Gods, that voice, that single fleeting verse. I can still hear it. Stay clear of the southern shore, friend. It took every ounce of my strength to resist. So something is going on and drawing people to the water. Shouldn't be particularly difficult to work out, even if I hadn't told you what it was. It's not like Greek mythology is particularly subtle in these cases. This talk of an alluring voice is disturbingly familiar, as if... But that's impossible. They're all dead, aren't they? No, they're not. Here we go. David is sweating profusely. But if they have returned, that would mean... Oh, beg your pardon. I was just thinking about something. Which reminds me. I've received word that Master Mimidel will be arriving any moment. Apparently he grew frustrated waiting for the sweet young lass with skin as soft as phoenix down to return. Which I'm assuming is you. I don't know what sort of arrangement you had, but you should probably go and explain yourself. Impatiently little bastard. So we're going to go and talk to Mimidoa now that what's her face has run off. What's been keeping you initiate? I ain't getting any younger, you know. Eh? Some honey-voiced harlot's been calling out to folk underneath the ship's graveyard, and it stirred up the dead and all. Bloody hells, this takes me back to my days as a cannon boy sailing under old Miss Beard. But they wouldn't dare, would they? Not after the lesson we learned them last time. Bah, they bloody would, though, wouldn't they? Brazen old biddies. Some folks said as the first purge would be the last, but I knew deep down in my bones that this day would come. And come it has. I bet my bum here is sirens behind all this. Nay, not one of the sanguine variety, shit. I speak of the other kind, them what's got feathers and lure sailors to a watery grave with their sweet, sweet song. Oh, but it don't end there. Nah, drowning's just the start. See, even in depth, a man stays bound to the beast, forced to do a bid until his corpse can't do it no more. 'Tis a fate I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. Except maybe in drink, and I'd regret it after. Anyway, 'tis up to us to stop this ill-born hussy before she takes another soul. Of course we can't send you marching off to war without these. The siren don't have no power of a man as can't hear a song. 'Tis lucky for you I carry a spare pair. And lucky for the both of us I'm a superstitious old sod, eh? Well, she ain't coming to us, so we'd best head over to her, to the ship graveyard in the ship. So we get to go and deal with Siren. For the first time. Obviously then we need to deal with her properly later on. There's some of these praying... Ooh. I forgot there's a few things on the Isle of Umber that need a killing. And since we've no real reason to come back here for a good long while afterwards, we best do it now. Oh, there's quite a few things actually. Might be able to solo the Mantis King. I think we're pretty much at the top end of the level range for him. He's kind of in the way for what we need to do next, so let's give him a go. Yeah, he should be okay to go down. Might take a minute or so. The other thing that I did, I forgot to mention, is that I went to, while I was in Uldar, I went to the marking boards and picked up a shiny new HQ, scimitar and shield, which were both really cheap for some reason. Not entirely sure why. I think somebody might have mispriced them. I was certainly not going to moan. They were quite a big upgrade over the previous things. Even if the shield does look a little bit meh. There we go, Mantis King down. Yes, I know the quest is over there, but there's a couple of things that we want to kill first. And the Lamagers are over here. There they are. There's also an imp in a pot over there, which we'll go and talk to in a second. We only need 2 of these. Yeah, see, there's a magic pot. I can't remember what it is we need to give to him. It's a potion or an ether or something like that, I seem to recall. Oh dear. An elixir. We don't have any elixirs. Yes, so he gives us the wind-up sun and the wind-up moon. We have not got those yet. Got plenty of potions, but nothing quite that high level. Right, so we should ignore those for the moment. Yeah, it's those 2 are minions, and they've got some extra commands that you can use to change their behaviour. They're mostly just used for lighting, offering sources of light. You don't need them as much now because of the way the guild post feature works. Group post feature. But back when they were released, they were very useful. There we go. I have a feeling actually we get to kill some of these during the upcoming quests, so I probably shouldn't kill them now. Right, Mimida. If she passes near the shore, she's sure to spy the campfire and come looking. Just a matter of waiting now. So, instance battle time. History repeating. I'm beginning to wonder if some sly bugger ain't spun us a yarn here. You might recognise this as the... There's the music from Hawk Manor. Quiet! Do you hear that? 'Tis her! Huh? Look! Out of the water! She comes, Nisha! She's come! Hello, Siren. Quick, lass, shove them plugs in your ears and get ready for a fight. As soon as she realises you're deaf to her ditties, she'll call on her thralls and we'll be up to our necks in corpses before you know it. Siren. Yeah, we ain't afraid of you. So these guys are dead soldiers that have been lured. Well, they weren't dead. Soldiers or sailors that have been lured into her waters and then enthralled. It can be a little hard to see the AoE circles in the water. So it's often worth pulling them to land. Yeah, it's not a particularly hard battle, this one. Not like some of the other instance fights. Now you get these bubbles following you around. Where's this one going? Oh wow. So for this bit you want to kill the ads as quick as possible and to try and run away from or keep away from the bubbles. Because as you can see they hit quite hard and you've got no healer in this Really? Either way, we've chased off her song and her thralls. And we're back on the beach. Oops. Still need to kill 4 more of these. Hurry. Right, there's the lot. Again, it's giving good chunks of XP currently. Hey, am I alright? I'm better than that initiate. Happy as a sailor in a whorehouse I am. Of course I'd be happy as a sailor with 2 Watsits if we've got the songstress, but you can't have everything, can you? She'll not come crooning round here again though, not for a while anyway. And if she does, well, we know what to do, don't we? Thanks for the help. Bugger me, I've completely forgotten your name. Remind me. Demajen. Don't recall having no initiative about that name, but if you're not my old mate, what's his name, why have you been so bloody helpful? Ah, never mind. Be seeing you, lassie. So he's, I think basically he's getting senile or something. And, oh look, other people. And another fate. How odd. Well, not odd, but you don't see many people come to the Isles of Umber. You mean it was a siren? But how were you able to resist a song? I see. I'd heard that Master Mirador was involved in the first purge, but I never actually... Having survived an ordeal like that, I can't blame him for carrying earplugs around with him. Anyway, I've something for you. The corrupted crystal you wanted, safely sealed within the pot, just as you requested. Please take it with my compliments. So now we get to go back to airports. Nothing else that we need to do on here. Do 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 do. Really? Stuck on tiny ledges. 1.0 flashbacks. Mind you, you couldn't jump at all in 1.0. Right, Sienna. Oh, it's you. Welcome back, Demajen. You're looking remarkably hale, I must say, and more importantly, alive. You are alive, aren't you? Aha! The conquering hero returns bearing a gift. Might I have a closer look? Impressive. Very impressive indeed. Yes, I think you'll be quite pleased with the specimen. Congratulations, Demajen. Seldom, if ever, have I encountered a corrupted crystal composed of such a volatile overabundance of fire aspected ether. What? You wanted a corrupted crystal composed of ice aspected ether to counteract the effects of a raging wind? Well, this specimen won't help with that. Anyone who knows anything about the elements could tell you that. You'll just have to keep looking, I suppose. Let's sigh. But we did get a mount speed increase, which is nice. Don't fret now. I know exactly where to find a corrupted crystal comprised of ice aspected ether. An associate of mine in Gridana has been studying the effects of one such crystal on living beings. What's with that expression? I thought you'd be pleased to hear this news. This is not another wild dodo chase, I assure you. And what's even better is that this time you needn't use that warded pot of yours to protect yourself from the crystal's energies. Heathen's findings suggest that it's quite safe. Why, you ask? Well, let's just say that it's undergone a unique process that has rendered such precautions unnecessary. Anyway, don't let me keep you. It's been a pleasure, Demajen. Come back and see me sometime, alright? No, I don't think we will. Wow, that's expensive. Where do we actually have to go? Miketto. Right, I'm just going to pop to the loop. Back in a moment. You know, I spent valuable seconds making this, and I almost never remember to use it. Right, let us continue. Right, head in. Greetings and salutations, Miss Thornley, I presume. Sienna informed me of your adventures in Aleport. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding, though, as Professor Lambertain is fond of saying, no action taken in the name of science is ever what truly wasteful. To the matter at hand. Corrupted crystals possessing the properties you seek can be found in abundance at the standing courses following the calamity. Alas, that is no longer the case, and while there is at least one suitable crystal that remains to be found within the Twelveswood, precisely where it is at any given moment is more difficult to say. Permit me to explain. You're familiar with Spriggans, yes, the furry little rascals that are wont to seek out ores and other stones? Well, one such creature with an infamously insatiable appetite has single-handedly devoured every corrupted crystal in the Twelveswood. Fortunately for you, these crystals take an eternity to digest, assuming they can even be digested, and I'm reasonably confident that one still resides within his gut. It's quite fascinating, really. My theory is that this Giggity first consumed a corrupted crystal when you couldn't care less about all this, could you? To the point, then. Giggity has grown so ravenous that even his fellow Spriggans now fear for their safety. Some have gone so far as to petition the other inhabitants of the Twelveswood for aid. In fact, the other day I heard that a Spriggan had been spotted in the vicinity of Little Solace. I propose that you can find this wayward creature and use him to track down and slay Giggity. I can think of no better method to locate the rampaging beast. Can you? So we're going over to Little Solace. Haven't been there since we delivered the corpses. Or corpse. Poor Noraxia. Right. We get to do this journey reasonably often. Do, 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 do. This one is pleased to see walking one. Has time come for this one to wreak furious vengeance upon Imperial ones? Oh, so walking one seeks furry ones? This one just saw furry one wandering about. Was very worried for furry one. Worried for furry one's safety. Right, we're 4 quests away from the Howling Eye, which we will definitely get done today. Ffxiv fears that the wayward Spriggan may be in danger. A furry one came to Little Solace in search of helpful ones, asked these ones for aid and succour. I hate that word, succour. It just slightly irritates me for some reason. So I'm just trying to put OBS in a position that I can actually still see the quest window as well. But these ones could not do what Furry One asked, so Furry One went elsewhere, went north into Lark's Call. This one tried to warn Furry One, but Furry One would not listen. Many vile ones lurked to the north, and touched ones too. So Vilekin and touch ones, beasts and tempered Spriggans, tempered sylphs. We've actually been here. This is where we found the Odin Fate ages ago, and got laughed at randomly by some guy hanging about. There's some oak shoes and Ziz. What we need to do, what we didn't want to do, is aggro the Ziz, but we have done, so we shall fight him. Die Ziz, die. But if you remember, these things would have kicked our ass the last time we came here. Whereas now, come on, there we go. This is Tiggy. Hi, Tiggy. Tiggy, greet Sylph. Sylph, bad Sylph. Friend save Tiggy. Friend. Tiggy, go back. Back to good Sylph. Huh, there's a lot of people heading down that way. I wonder where they're going. Maybe they're doing fate. I don't know. Odin's not up. The skies are clear. Not that you can tell. What with all the trees in the way. This looks a lot better with the gamma turned down. Walking One is ever most helpful one. Furry One Tiki spoke highly of Walking One's bravery, but this one wonders why Walking One first sought to find furry ones. Walking One seeks Furry One Giggity. Even these ones have heard tell of Hungry One. Furry One Tiki asked these ones to hunt Hungry One, but these ones have not means to do so. Furry ones crave ores, yes, but Hungry One is clever, and cautious. If Walking One wishes to catch Hungry One, Walking One must use very rare ore, very special ore. This one knows little and less of ore, but Walking One Mirwin at Sanctum of Twelves knows much. Walking One should seek aid of Goldsmithing One. Okay, so we're going over to the Sanctum of 12, which we've not been to in this playthrough. The Sanctum of 12 is where the marriage ceremonies take place in the game, and it is a very pretty area, and I seem to recall it looks even prettier at night. So we might just get there before dawn. There you go, you can see it just in the distance there. Oh, no, not that way, it's down through here. No, it was up that way. Yes, so there's a little winding path up to it. And here we have the Sanctum of the 12, which is very pretty. Surrounded by pretty flowers. The last time I was here, you couldn't go in. I'm assuming you still can't. Mind you, these NPCs weren't here. You stand before the Ivory Chapel, a sacred place wherein two souls may be joined in the sights of God and men. How may I assist you? Yeah, so this is where the wedding ceremonies in game, or the ceremony of eternal bonding. These are the symbols of the 12 gods, and yeah, it's a very pretty place from the outside. I've no real idea what it looks like from the inside. Alright, this is Merwin. Yes, what is it? Is this female? Oh, it is female. Yes, what is it? Ah, so you wish to lure out that rampaging Spriggan with a rare ore. I have an idea, although it is a bit unorthodox and convoluted. Surprise! Level 45. We are going to get to the stage soon where our Alamegan earrings won't be as useful. Merwin has hatched a ridiculous plan. A chert golem was recently sighted near the gates of the Sylphlands. Who created it and why it was left free to roam is anyone's guess. In any case, the construct's presence is profoundly serendipitous, for the soul stone of a chert golem is created by enchanting a chunk of true heart ore. True heart, in case you weren't aware, is an exceedingly rare ore, one which Giggity has almost certainly never tasted, and therefore will be unable to resist. So, all you need to do is search for the golem, slay it, claim its heart, and use it to bait the Spriggan. Oh, and do remember to rub the soul stone against a sufficiently large concentration of amber, say amber scale rock in the central shroud. Short of petitioning a mage versed in golem magics, that is the only way to dispel the enchantments woven into a true heart. Eh? Why are you looking at me like that? I had relations with the thaumaturge once, if you must know. Pretty place. So, back to Lark's Call. And actually, we are going to take the path that we almost just took. No, you can't go down there. We're going to head this way. These are things for Grand Company? Yes. Yeah, these are Grand Company mobs. And since we are in need of the seals... Since we didn't we need 4,000 for our next... Ooh. Yeah, needed 4,000 seals for our next rank, I believe. Right, you'll notice that this particular area goes from level 20 mobs and an invisible fisherman to level 40 mobs. So you know you've entered a high level area. Of course, it is possible to run to here at about level 14. Ooh, marbles. This bit can get a little bit awkward because those sylphs will actually aggro from quite a way away, and there's a fate that spawns here as well. And you know, marbles. Bad breath and all that. Lots of aggro. Ooh, I've been heavied. That doesn't happen very often as a tank. Let's kill this Treants. Need to kill 5 of these, apparently. Which is handy, so we actually need to clear this area anyway, because that Ochu over there is sat right on top of where we need to go. Another 8,000 XP for our Chocobo. Still not quite at rank 4. Right. Here's our golem with his funky head. Looks a lot like a cat. Nothing particularly difficult there. Right, go and kill these 2 Treants. We are not going to join the fate. We are, however, going to go. Oh, okay, we are going to join the fate, albeit accidentally. because we actually want to go over there where those... Oh, this is going to be fun. Ruh-roh. Right. Kill you. Right, the Equis are dragoons or lance types. Took me ages to find these the first time I did this hunting log. There we go, nice chunk of XP for that. Right, now we need to go to Bent Branch and up to Amberscale Rock, which is down in that cave with all the little cute bogey mobs that we killed. Sparkle Pony. Nothing to kill in this zone. Nope. Yes, we've got our enhanced movement speed in this zone, which makes quite a nice difference, to be fair. I personally find it a shame that you can't make certain UI elements transparent. I wish you could. Right, Amberscale Rock is down here. You might remember this cave. Actually, I'm going to get confused if I put that down there. Do these aggro? Well, they do, but they weren't aggro at our level. Here's Tiggy. Hi, Tiggy. Tiggy, follow friend, friend, friend. It's the magic imbued heart of a Jurt Golem. And now we've got the brighter blood-coloured ore is thought to be a symbol of loyalty and honesty. Oh. Oh, shiny ore. Oh, 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 oh. Tiggy ore? Ah, giggity ore. Friend, stop giggity. Giggity, giggity, giggity. Giggity's home. Tiggy is afraid. Friend, come home. Friend, stop giggity. Yes. So now we are going to go and stop. Stop the giggity one, who is down in a cave. We can't go over that way. We need to go round. Whoop. Yep, so over this bridge. Ooh, gonna sneeze, hold on. Ooh, excuse me. Where was I? Yes. Over here, over the hills, and far away. Right, and we need to go down into the pit. Do not be fooled by the fact that the Spriggans up here are all level 34, because as soon as you start going down the ramp, you'll notice that they get a little bit bigger. There's also golems and stuff down here. So basically, don't do what I just did and jump down. It's probably easier to go down the ramp and kill things on the way. Let's use the heart and Crystal Bearer. Giggity is huge and kind of cool looking. Aww. But we got this. This particular sample happens to be covered in Spriggan offal. So the innards of Spriggans. Delightful. Do 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 do. Nobody saw that. Didn't just try and mount in a city. Nope, not me. Right, and I think this is actually what we need. Pray do not sneak up on me like that. I was engrossed in... Wait, what is that? What is that god's awful smell? My word, that is a breathtakingly beautiful crystal. I see my supposition was not mistaken. Ugh, and I also see you weren't averse to digging through Spriggan entrails for your prize. We owe our furry friend a debt of gratitude, you know. This thick coating of digestive juices is protecting us from the harmful effects of the crystal, just as the watered pot you once used did. Why so glum, friend? You've finally obtained the correct crystal you sought, one overflowing with earth-aspected ether. Calm down, I jest. It is comprised of ice-aspected ether, worry not. I suppose that joke was in poor taste, considering your previous 2 attempts were for nothing. I thought for a second... I actually honestly thought for a second that I had misremembered this, and that they were lying, and that there was another one. But of course, the rule of 3 is strong in video games. Which is for the best, because doing that a 4th time would kind of annoy me. Better late than never. Ooh. That's an upgrade. We like upgrades. Upgrades are good. Beg your pardon, Demajen. I forgot to return the crystal to you. Oh, there was a message for you from Professor Lombertain. Something about a man named Marx. Apparently the professor misses the intellectual stimulation. Forgive me, I should have written it down. It occurs to me that I've yet to ask why you needed the crystal. You aren't planning anything nefarious, are you? It would reflect poorly on me and my research if it was used for evil ends. Well, perhaps it's best I remain ignorant. I didn't become the professor's greatest pupil by filling my head with unnecessary information. Yeah. Right, Sid is still at the airship docks, so is actually a little jaunt away. I've just realised that my glasses are a tad filthy. So, let's stick myself on auto run. And clean these off. Do-do. Do-do. Ooh, that has not helped at all. What the... Right, so this is going to take a little longer than expected. Got some... For some reason, that's actually made them dirtier. Good job, Dema, good job. There must be something on. I did tell you myself yesterday that I wasn't going to sing along, didn't I? Shows how easily how easily they forget. Right, that's better. Greetings, madam. Do you wish to proceed to your vessel? Yep. And here we go. All repairs and modifications have been completed, Demajen. Once you bring me that crystal, nothing will stand between us and Garuda, finally. I'll need to run some tests to be sure, but this looks to be exactly what we need. Worry not, Demajen. I'll see that your hard work doesn't go to waste. Thank God. The Enterprise is already more than a common airship, but mark my words, soon it will become something greater, something extraordinary. This is me. This is what I was born to do. I was born to kick ass and chew gum. And I am all out of gum. I was going to say, I bought an upgrade to that. Oh, it's the VIT thing, isn't it? Right. According to my test, the device is now functioning in perfect harmony with the crystal, meaning we can leave whenever you're ready. But you must understand, tests can only tell one so much. Until we approach the Howling Eye, until we attempt to breach the barrier itself, I cannot be sure that this will work. I think it's only fair to tell you that there is a small but statistically significant chance that the crystal could trigger a massive... maybe it's better that we remain positive. Demajen, I want to thank you for reuniting me with my ship, for trusting in me to develop this plan, for everything. You've helped me to rediscover a part of myself I'd forgotten. I am not the man I once was, and I do not know if I ever shall be, but I do know one thing. This feels right. My apologies for the sudden outpouring of sentiment. I would have waited until after the mission, but, well, you understand. Yes, we shall have that shiny helmet. So.
There. She's ready.
Ah, she stirs.
Ah, you fuck off. I mean, yay, Alpha No's coming with us. Let's rock and stroll.
To Kurthus, and an audience with the Harpy Queen Garuda.
Yeah,
Enterprise, engage.
Star Trek references would be better from anybody except Alphino. seem to recall we get quite a nice cutscene actually here. There's a lot of nodding in this game.
Damn it. I once flew in this airship, and I was not alone. There were adventurers on board. Adventurers like you.
Yes. The previous Warriors of Light. Whoop. Echo.
Just how long have I worn these damn goggles?
Young Sid.
Yes, I fancied myself a trendsetter in my younger days. The young prodigy, admired by all, exactly like his father. Born and raised in Garlemald.
Or Garlemald, as they would eventually come to pronounce it. I do think they didn't give the voice actors a whole lot of guidance.
It was only natural that the precocious young student should become an engineer. Had his father not done the same? Father, when did we stop seeing eye to eye? When did Meteor become your everything, and your loved ones cease to matter?
This is what Sid looked like in 1.0. Didn't have the beard.
You abandoned us all, but he was there for me, Father. There for me when you were not. Though he proved no better in the end. Gaius was just another man, with an all-consuming obsession.
That's Gaius van Balsar, the main adversary for version 1.
And so I ran, left the Empire behind and came to Eorzea, where I built the ironworks.
Shiny.
Ah yes, it was then that I first donned these goggles.
hides the third eye on his head.
Opened my eyes. It was home to so many manner of people, each with their own hopes and dreams. People worth saving, and so I fought beside them. I wanted to prove that my knowledge could serve a nobler purpose. I wanted to prove that there was another way. And it all began that day when I found my new home. I had forgotten how wonderful it was. The wind in your hair, the endless sky.
He looks better with the beard.
That light. It was you, wasn't it?
Who, me?
It's surprising how few people know this, but all pureblood Garleans have a third
This thing on
eye.
his head there.
Perhaps mine helped me recognize you, or perhaps it was just a lucky guess. The Enterprise was made for this. To carry Eorzea's protectors into battle. I am proud to be able to call her my own.
Sid? What exactly do you remember?
Alfinord, my boy. Sorry to have been such a burden.
Alfinord.
I remember everything. My name, my people, and my purpose. Everything. Come, it would be rude to keep Garuda waiting.
Easy. And here we go. Very green. Very swirly. No. Do not wish to return. Go on then, let's talk to Alfinord. All our efforts, all our travels, all of it was for this. Yeah, it has been like 10 plus levels of quest, hasn't it? Make ready, Demajen, for the end is nigh, be it hers or our own. Gales. Right, it's time for the Howling Eye. With the aid of the Enterprise and its legendary captain, you have broken through the swirling winds that shield the Howling Eye. Yet the challenges you have surmounted pale in comparison to the one that awaits you beyond the gates. At long last the end is nigh, be it Garuda's or your own. Not entirely sure how long this will take. We've actually only got 23 quests left in the 2.0 main storyline. We've got... In fact, we've got several solo instances, but we don't have any dungeons as part of the story until level 50. There was a trial at level 49, which is an 8-man trial and takes about 30 seconds because it's really easy these days. But yeah, no actual dungeons. That being said, there are 2 dungeons. There's the level 44 one, which is Zemel Darkhold, which we can actually go and unlock now if we need to. There's also the Aurum Vale, which is level 47, which everybody hates. I actually quite like Aurum Vale, but it is a little bit long. It's quite handy that there's that fissure there to park the Enterprise in. But yeah, there are a lot of dungeons at level 50, as you can imagine, because it was the level cap for all of 2.0. So there are reams upon reams of it, and there are then a considerable number of patches, both small and major, that we will be playing through. Unfortunately, 2.1, 2.2 and 2.3 are, in my opinion, just a little bit crap. 2.4, on the other hand, is where they changed the writing team and things got a good chunk better. And then Heavensward is excellent. Apart from the stuff around level 54, where you have to do all the Moogle quests. But even then, I didn't find that anywhere near as bad as a lot of the people that were moaning. Boy, were they moaning about that on the forums. Do. Since we seem to be waiting, and we can wait from anywhere. There's also a pretty big cutscene, if I remember correctly, after we finish Garuda, which sets us up for the 2.0 end game. That's a big axe. Alright, it's not you we want to talk to, it's you, I think. No, it's not. Right, I'm not going to read these out, but these open up various features. That gives us access to front lines. This gives us access to the Kobold Beast Tribe quests. This gives us access to the Sahagin Beast Tribe quests. Huh. I thought we got the the Zemel quest from here, but apparently we just must get it from Kurthus. Sod's law that we're one seal short of what we need for a promotion. Never mind. Never mind. Let's head down and pick up Fort of Fear. Come on, Q. 7 minutes as a tank. There we go. Hopefully. Again, I think there's a cutscene that plays as we go in. Here she is. Who dares intrude upon my sanctuary? Your insolence shall not go unpunished, landwalkers. 12's preserve. She's huge. Stop looking at her boobs. As I live and breathe. Excel. Lizard bird things. Sit over there. Look. They've got kobolds captive. They've got Amalja captive. Amalja and kobold prisoners. But why would the Ixal bring them here? Laughing. Wherefore come you hither, foolish mortals? Garuda, we are come to put an end to your reign of terror. Hey, this blasphemy, my children. These landwalkers would bring me low. You who are bound to crawl upon the earth should revere me, for I am the wind. Did we not take the skies and slip your defences? We are bound by nothing, Garuda. You think your playthings give you strength? They will not help you here, Landwalker. This is my realm where none can challenge my supremacy. Struggle though you may, I shall slake the roots with your blood and festoon the canopy with your entrails. Slay the unfeathered ones, we shall. As an offering to Garuda, they will serve. Leave the Ixil to us. We will keep them distracted while you deal with her. Do not fail. Remember, you fight for the Scions, for Eorzea. Ah, this music. This worm would die by mine own hand. Come then, I shall grant you that which you seek. Right. So if you're tanking, run through her, tank next to this rock. Now I've done the hard mode version of this fight a lot more than I've done the story mode version. So to be fair, to be truly honest, I can't actually remember the differences. But basically you want to beat on her and use the rocks as cover. So she will use Mistral Song and she will fire things at you. You don't want to stand near the rocks because you will need the rocks as cover. It's up to the DPS to deal with those feathers. If you don't kill them in time, they will explode, damaging the rocks. And as I say, you do need the rocks during the fight. To protect you. When she casts Slipstream, move straight through her to the other side. She will turn around every now and again. It will look like you've lost aggro. You haven't. She just randomly targets other people. She jumps up again. You don't want to help out too much with the slaying of plumes. You can do it, but if you turn her and she can cleave the rocks, and again, you don't want to be doing that. She's about ready to jump back into the middle. This is her aerial blast. This is her ultimate. Again, tank her facing away from everybody else. Don't go in the swirly bits for obvious reasons, because that's what happens. You get knocked about. I'm sure there were other mechanics to this fight as well, but I can't know what they are. Oh yeah, she'll gotta get behind her for this. Otherwise, again, that will happen. So yeah, whenever she casts Mistral Song, you want to be standing behind her. There are other feathers here. Ignore them. Focus on beating her down. Continue to watch out for Slipstream, and that's it. No! 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 But she's not done yet. What? How in the hells? This is my realm. You have no hope here. None. None! Did you truly believe you could defy a god, Landwalker? Hold on. The Ixal are giving her strength. My power is limitless, my children legion. I'm confused as to why Cid and Alphino aren't currently being tempered. I'd forgotten about that. They have rendered unto me a wealth of crystals. Their gifts sustain me. Their faith empowers me. None save my children will escape the reckoning mortals, and those who would use my crystals to awaken the rest shall realize the folly of their faith. Then all shall worship none but me, the one true God. Ha ha. Of course, worship. So long as the Ixal keep praying, she will never fall. Then let's stop them. No harm will come to you, my children. This is only the beginning, landwalkers. All who oppose me shall suffer for their defiance. Soon the worms of the forest shall receive my judgment. The desert vermin next. Their walls of stone will not shield them from the tempest. And then will I take vengeance on the sea lice. Their wooden boats cannot outrun the wind. Tremble, mortals, for I shall visit you all in time, and all shall be mine. All mine. You, landwalker, you who dared to raise your hand against me, you shall be the first to pay for your sins, not with your death, but with your life. You will serve me, landwalker, to your last breath. Oh, that's why she hasn't tempered him, because she has to make the conscious choice to do it, which is she is now going to try and do, and we are just gonna... No, no, I claimed you, you shall be mine. Methinks not. What? Oh. This is something that is kind of hinted at right at the end of Stormblood. The idea that the Echo can enforce some power over the primals. And this is where we get the 6th crystal, the wind one, the air crystal. And that gives us all of them. Now we really are the Warrior of Light. What? What are you? What have you done to me? Kicked your ass, gorilla. No mortal should possess such power. This is impossible. Yes, everybody else has left the duty because why would you not? So that is the actual instance, and now I seem to recall we get a big chunky cutscene. Or actually, I might be confusing it with the cutscene from later. Let's find out.
Why do you not tremble at my might? Why do you not beg for mercy? Why do you not die?
Good question.
We've done it.
We? Yeah, you did fuck all, Alpha, no.
Impossible it is!
Kill you all! Is that all?
Uh-oh. It's Gaius.
O Lady of the Vortex, O mighty Garuda. Of all primals, the most terrible, I say again, is that all?
Gaius!
Hi, Sid. Hi, Gaius.
Ah, Sid, my boy. You look well. For one who has forsaken kin and country. I wonder what else you will forsake before the day is done.
What?
What exactly did you hope to accomplish here this day? Well, I shall accomplish far more.
It's kind of true. OP.
Is that all? Is that all?
Garuda's a little bit proud.
Insolent mortal! I shall make you suffer! That foul stench! I see now. She has touched you! Very well.
Seven hells, does she still mean to fight?
Our Lord of the Inferno, Almighty Ifrit, grant us succor in our hour of need.
Save us, Titan, Lord of Crags! It hurts our soul! The pain! The pain!
What is she? 12 preserve. She cannot mean to.
Yep, she does. She's using their life. The ether.
No, this is all wrong.
How is it wrong? We know they can do this.
Stop gawping, boy! We must run!
That is kind of true. But wait.
Surrender yourselves unto me! I would feast upon your ether! None shall stand against the wind!
But wait.
Bear witness to the glory of the Empire!
What's this? Whatever it is, it's just swallowed Ifrit. And Titan.
It is you who will suffer, Garuda. Ancient Aleg had ways of dealing with your kind. Now, look on their ultimate weapon, Icon, and despair.
This isn't the first we've heard of Aleg and the Allegans, but it's the first time that we've really seen their technology up close. The Allegans had a way of dealing with the primals.
No! No! No!
But they've been gone for thousands of years. Nom 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 nom.
Magnificent. It exceeds all expectation.
With each primal it consumes, it grows more powerful. A marvel, is it not?
Such is the fate of those who oppose the Empire. There will be no warriors of light to save you this time.
Yeah, he's kind of missed the... Oh man, that texture quality there. Oops.
If your leaders are as wise as they are reported, they will surrender.
This don't look good.
Your skills are impressive, but they will not be enough.
Nope, not for another few levels yet. entirely sure how it flies, but whatever. Magic.
12, have mercy. What chance have we against such an ungodly creation? And who was that armored devil?
Oh yeah, this is the first time Alphinaud's seen Gaius.
That was Gaius van Balsar, legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion and supreme commander of the Garlean invasion force in Eorzea.
Of course. The Black Wolf. How could I not realize? Grandfather mentions him in his journal.
Yes, of course, Gaius is the main protagonist in 2.0. It was... Is it Neil Vandanis in version 1? He was the meteor guy. I didn't play the story in 1.0.
I was never so naive as to think the man would abandon his ambitions. But these developments are beyond my worst expectations. What have you been doing these past 5 years? How could something of this magnitude have escaped the Alliance's attention?
We heard no whispers, saw no signs. In the wake of the calamity, the Empire seized land and built outposts, but that was the extent of their aggression.
Damn it, Gaius! Where in the 7 hells did you find that thing?
It has been a day of unexpected developments, but the fact remains, Garuda is no longer a threat.
So that's kind of a win.
While I take no comfort in the manner of her downfall, it does mean that we may safely put the matter of the primals to one side, for the time being at least.
Which just leaves the matter of Gaius's new toy.
Yeah.
Indeed. That weapon poses the greatest threat to Eorzea. It must be destroyed. But first, we must needs find out all we can. Let us make for Vesper Bay. We shall rebuild the Scions. All is not yet lost, my friend, for we bear the light, and shall surely lead our people from the darkness.
Yeah. We, meaning me. So, shit just got real. We're in Uldar. Well, that was an experience I would rather not have again. Something has been troubling me, Demajen. Shortly before the Black Wolf took centre stage, when Garuda attempted to claim you as her own, I just sworn I saw... but I'm sure I was mistaken. In times of great stress, the evidence of the eyes is apt to be misread by even the most inquiring mind. I forget I mentioned it. Returning to the subject of our earlier discussion, we may consider the matter of the primals closed until further notice. No beast tribe will dare summon their gods so long as that weapon exists. Truly a more effective deterrent I could not imagine. It almost seems a shame to plot its destruction. Free wing knight. He's not incorrect, to be fair. What? How did we manage to do that fight without... Weird. Right. Where are we now? Level 44 reclamation. Right, back in a moment. Okay. So, reclamation. Alphino is ready to return to the Waking Sands. It's a pity we can't just leave him to it. Oh god, yes, we're going for the bright orange stuff now, aren't we? Good-o. It is past time that we return to the Waking Sands. To leave our headquarters in disrepair any longer would be a dishonour. So, would be to dishonour the memory of those who fell there. We've been brought to our knees, but we will rest, rebuild and rise once more. While we're here... could we not speak to... I know, I suppose we need to do it at the... Yes, I wish to leave the landing area. Bum bum bum. Right. So we picked up a few quests, but where do we go? Oh, it's down here. Hoosting strip. Because while I'm here, I may as well go and grab the level 45 Paladin quest, which I'm not going to read out. Stuff and things. Oh! Ooh! I'd forgotten. We're going to go and do this now. I'd completely forgotten about this. Yeah, on the road to 50, we get pieces of the Paladin armor. We get 4 pieces at level 45, and then we get the level 50 chest piece. I'd completely forgotten about this. Oh, yeah, it's because we need to go out and back in. There we go. So yeah, the Sultan Sworn are going to fight us for... Oh. Let's fight you first. Sword Earth back on as well. There we go. So we can open this first bit, which gives us the gloves. So we can put those on. Paladin gloves. Oh yeah, that was a bad idea. Let's run for a moment. I forgot that happened. Oh, I think they keep on chasing us. No, they don't. Right, let's get some health back. Okay, let's do that again. Ah, stone skin. How I miss it. No heals for you, Sultan Sworn Squire. Sultan Sworn Squire. Do. Right, second piece is the legs. Right. Now the other two pieces are up outside the Sunken Temple, which we still actually haven't been to, but we do need to go to the Sunken Temple of Khan. Khan! No, I will never stop doing that. Bugger off. Do. Where's the squire? There's the squire. Nope, no casting stone skin for you. No healing for you either. Your chocobo isn't a bad tank when there's 2 or more enemies. That's the crown, which we can actually wear because it looks cool. There we go. And one more. Sort you off on that. Ow. Ah, he managed to get the cure off. And there we go. This will be the feet. There we are then. So this is the 4 pieces of the gallant armour that we can get. Head, legs, such as they are, feet and gauntlets. By Kraken. But actually, this isn't all, because there's also a second quest of 45 which lets us get the spirits within attack, which is really useful, so we'll do that now. Yes, I completely forgotten, because in Stormblood, you get your AF3 armour. This is AF1. You get that for completing the main story quest. Well, no, you get that for completing your main job quest at level 70. So yes, that's the level 45 armour quest. This is the level 45. Blah 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 blah. If I remember correctly, this is an instanced battle. Bam, bam, Oh look, the worm fight's going on. That's new. Tempered Orator. We'll be going there afterwards. Yes, here we go. Do, do, do. Bum, 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 bum. Huh. It wasn't us. So yes, we need to face off against our own brothers in this one. Right, Squire. Kill them off in order of level. Level 40's first, level 41 second. Yes, he's not very happy that we are direct crit. So poor Genlins, I do actually feel quite sorry for him, because in the course of the Paladin questline he is misled and his traditions overwhelm his sense of reason. It's not the hardest fight, considering we've got all our nice gear. You cannot do this. I'm the greatest swordsman. You're superior in every way. Yeah, he thinks that because he's a paladin, he is better than everybody, and that kind of arrogance has... blinded by his own conviction. Paladin does not exist to defend his position or the honour of his fellow sword and sworn. You've been led a merry dance. Yep, you have indeed. You fucked up. And you've paid for it with unconsciousness. What about the others? I like the fact that they got some motion caps specifically for that. The words are Sulks. I wish the Rugadin didn't have such ridiculously difficult to pronounce names. Does this teleport us back to Uldar? No, it doesn't. Right. We shall get back to the main story quest in but a moment. First, we need to go and have a laugh at Genlins at his own expense. I've done you a great wrong. I allowed myself to be hoodwinked, accused you of treason, and even turned my sword against you. I hope you can forgive me. As for me, yes, I'm recovered, but some wounds won't heal. Sulkskail is innocent. He was never a traitor. The dream that you followed was not a lie. I remain captain of the league, though a poor substitute for my predecessor. Now he's working on a plan to strike back. The assassins won't find it easy to reach him. Spirits Within. Spirits Within is cool. Ooh, ah. Yes, Spirits Within delivers a 300 potency attack. Potency decreases as own HP decreases, so it's a great attack to use when you're charging in. You can use it to get a nice bit of spike out. It used to silence as well. It no longer does, sadly. Right, on our way to Horizon. Sadly, we've still got quite some ways of being this being our free teleports, but we are going to start working towards changing that soon, I believe. Do 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 do. I think Nedric's ready to give us the Unveil quest, yeah. Nedric knows of a place where a skilled adventurer might hone her skills. I can't take 2 steps around this place without hearing Demajen this or Demajen that. Why, it's as if you're some kind of goddamn hero. But I jest. Even I can see you're just issued to find a new battleground to hone your skills. Fortunately, I know just the place. The Aurum Vale. Head southwest through the central highlands of Curthus and seek out a man named Williamus and tell him that Nedric sent you. Whoop. Getting some random blips on the bandwidth counter. A couple of drop frames there. Keep an eye on that. I've got it right next to the monitor here, so I can see it when it goes red or yellow. Tell me, Demajen, does something here strike you as odd? I see signs of recent habitation. Could it be that we've got trespassers? Maybe it's just my imagination. Come on, let's proceed into the solar. Interestingly enough, none of these pieces are, of course, any use to us now, because we've out-leveled them, and we've got our shiny artifact stuff. Wait. Let Sid go first. Oh, hey, it's Ida. Who goes there? Now, user. Is that any way to treat a friend? Greet a friend? Alfino, Demajen. Sid! Wait, is this a dream? Not that I'm aware of. It's been a while, Ida. I don't believe it. I was sure you'd been. This place has seen better days. You know, I wasn't actually here when I was still in talks at the Adder's Nest. The first I knew about it was when I came back and I saw... Ida? The church had taken care of the bodies, but that still left the stains. It was hard to know where to start. If Ffxiv hadn't been here to help me. Ffxiv's here too? Yes, but she's not here right now. She's gone to Uldar to meet a man who might know what happened to the others. Papalimo even, and Minfilia weren't among the dead, according to the church. Ffxiv thinks they were taken somewhere. Upon the orders of the Black Wolf, no doubt. Why would he want them? Because they possess something he desires, knowledge of another power that can be brought to bear even against the primals, one that Gaius has yet to harness. The Echo. Gaius will be aware of its existence, as well as the immunity it grants the gift of the primal's influence. Powerful though his elegant weapon may be, he would doubtless desire such protection. He means to use Minfilia to gain an understanding of the Echo, none of which explains how the Empire came to know the location of the waking sounds in the first place. Hiccups. No matter, the Empire has shown its hand and now we must act. It is up to us to rebuild the Scions and save Eorzea. Can I count on you, Ida? What? Oh, yes, of course. Whatever you need. We can discuss our next move upon Ffxiv's return. For now, I say we rest. Resting. Uh-oh.
Hear, feel, think. Bringer of light, brave gatherer of the crystals, thy soul burneth bright. I am Hydaelyn, all made one. Hearken unto me now, for the darkness doth begin to spread. Wear thee the bearer of the crimson brand, for he is the avatar of shadow, whom death attendeth always.
That's the Ascian she's talking
The
about.
crystals shall be thy salvation, thy blade and shield both.
I don't think that dialogue changes.
Steel thyself, for at the appointed hour
I might be wrong.
thou shalt stare into the heart of darkness. Go with caution, my child, but fear not, for I am ever with thee.
So I've only ever actually done this cutscene on Paladin. Ah, hi Ishtola. Ishtola! Demajen, I see you and Alphino are safe, and Sid? That we five should meet each other thus defies simple explanation. It is as if the benevolent hand of Master Louisoix guides us still. He would not see us undone so easily, not now when the need is so great. I know where Minfilia and the others are being held. Where? An Imperial stronghold in the heart of Mordona, Castrum's Sentry. We just stare blankly because we've no idea what that means. We've actually been to Castrum Sentry. Okay, so casing the Castrum. Ishtola wishes to discuss the fate of the prisoners being held at Castrum Sentry. The rescue of our allies will be no small undertaking, Demajen. Even under normal circumstances, breaching the defences of an Imperial Castrum would be a highly dangerous proposition. But now that Castrum Sentry hosts prisoners whom the Guardians deem valuable, we may be confident that they will have taken additional measures to ensure their stronghold security. If we are to free our friends, we will require an effective strategy, and if we are to formulate an effective strategy, we will require intelligence, and Alphino is not intelligent. Haha. I believe I know a man who will be able to assist us in this, Lord Portalain of House Duendare. He is stationed at the observatorium in Curthus. Let's go to him and beseech his aid. So now we get to do a little bit of travelling around. There's a weird gap in the main storyline quest between 46 and 49. And I've never quite understood why that is. I assume they thought that you'd end up doing Zemel Darkhold and Auron Vale a couple of times. But it is kind of weird. It's almost as if they miscalculated the spread of quests, or didn't quite have enough story to fill it, or something like that. Either way, we actually needed to come here because we never did this because it teleported us away. Fort of Fear. There are dark places that only an adventurer may illume, and Sir Carilo is about to point the way to one such pit of peril. I have heard much of your doings, and I think you the woman for this task. To the west is Zemel Darkhold. 'Twas meant to serve as the new keep of Lord Zeme, ever a friend to House Duendare. But before the masons and carpenters could complete their work within the caves, hordes of void scent appeared and drove them out. In the years since, the creatures have consolidated their presence. As such, we officially petition your assistance in reclaiming the Darkhold. All arrangements have been made. You need only give your assent. Speak with Sir Ophelia at the ingress if you are with us, and she will tell you what you need to know. So that will open up Zemel in a moment. Or Zemai. I can't remember whether it's Zemel or Zemai. Ah, Demajen, the woman who amassed the heretic in our midst. To what do I owe the pleasure of your company? You are an associate of Y'shtola. But of course, Lord Droulemont confided to me that you were a sign of the Seventh Dawn. Castrum Sentry, what interest have you all in the Imperials? They hold several of our number, whom we intend to free. Any information you can provide would be greatly appreciated. I see. That might explain our scouts' reports. They observed 4 prisoners being led into the castrum, a Horan woman, an Elzan man, and 2 Lalafels, 1 male, 1 female. It has to be. It's them, it has to be. Minfilia, Uriange, Papalimo, and Tataru. I'm about as consistent as the voice actors are. If that scant morsel is of use to you, you may also be interested to hear about a more recent incident. Incident? An Imperial airship made an emergency landing here in Kurthus not long ago. 2 men believed to be prisoners, a Rugidin and a Lalafel, were seen fleeing the craft. Biggs and Wedge! What did you say? A Rugidin and a Lalafel, Mr. Garland. Neither wore Imperial dress, and both seemed disinclined to wait for rescue, hence our assumption that they were prisoners. Well, I'll be damned, it's Biggs and Wedge. Trust those 2 rascals to escape. We must find them, Demajen, and soon. The Imperials will not rest until they are captured or killed, and if Biggs were given the choice, I fear he'd take the latter. Freeing those held in Castrum Sentry will require substantial planning and preparation. As such, it is an endeavour that will admit some slight delay. The matter of the escapees, by contrast, will not. Shortly after the prisoners vacated the airship, our scouts observed Imperial troops setting off in pursuit. It's likely only a matter of time before they catch them. If you wish to see your comrades again, you'd best act now. Nod. If, as has been suggested, the Garleans took our fellow Scions prisoner in hopes of understanding the Echo, it seems reasonable to assume that they will not be executed until such time as the study is complete. But Biggs and Wedge are not Scions, nor do they know anything of the Echo. As Lord Portelaine said, this may prove our only chance to rescue them. I say we seize it. Thank you, everyone. You won't regret this. It's true, Biggs and Wedge provide intense comic relief. Ba 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 ba. I'm sure this thing gets bigger and bigger each time we see it. Final preparations are almost complete, my lord. There stands the culmination of 5 long years of painstaking work, but all our efforts will be vindicated when the Emperor's vision becomes reality. At last, we have the power to purge this land of its false gods. We shall give the ignorant children of Eorzea the security and stability they so desperately crave, and which their spineless leaders have so palpably failed to provide. As you say, my lord, rest assured our engineers will not rest until the weapon is fully armed and operational. Retitin, you depart for Castrum Occidens at midnight. You will command the western front in Vilbrand. The Eorzeans will attempt to interfere with our plans. You will see that they do not. My lord, if this be your will, I shall carry it out to the best of my ability. I live only to serve the Empire. Yet, forgive my impudence, but is it proper to give command of half of our forces to her? I have given you nothing, Prophetess. You have earned it. That will be all. Dismissed. Yes, my lord. My quarters. 1 hour. Let us sleep together. It's one way of rising through the ranks. Right. Action learned, Bulwark and Total Eclipse. Bulwark is a block buff. It's decent, which reminds me. Let's put awareness back on. Get rid of ultimatum. And we also learned Total Eclipse, which is a newbie for 4.0. It's a AoE attack, which is kind of cool. Because Paladins before had Flash, which was Enmity. We get Circle of Scorn, which we can use every 25 seconds, which puts a damage over time on everybody. But we didn't really have any AoE damage. This doesn't have an Enmity modifier on it or anything. It is just damage. But it can be woven in so that you're not constantly using all the MP on Flash. Still getting the odd dropped frame here and there. Hopefully it's nothing too major. Right, Portlane. Lord Portlane would like to aid in your search for Biggs and Wedge. My purpose here is to reconnoitre Garlean activity along Abalathia's spine. Owing to this, I have the honour of being acquainted with your struggler. Now, the report of the Imperial airship's emergency landing came to us by way of Zemel Darkhold, situated to the west. Our man stationed at the entrance, a knight named Brisilt, may be able to tell you more. So as to expedite your mission, I shall furnish you with a letter of introduction. I pray that you will soon be reunited with your comrades. May the Fury grant you strength. So as it happens, we have to go to the Darkhold. Which is only a little walk. So we will head in first. Can actually take a little look around inside the opening area. This is where we head in. And this is Ffxiv. Welcome to Zemel Darkhold, built to withstand all Dravanian ploys and plans. These were natural caves behind me until House Zemel began to enlarge, connect, and fashion them into a stronghold. Alas and alack, the void sense struck, interrupting the work. Alas. Then in the confusion, Garleans infiltrated the keep. Alack. All in all, 'twas a fine mess. The Garleans were eventually forced into retreat, of course, but the void sense remained, and so the fortress goes uncompleted, a home for abominations. Woe is us. Yet the war with the dragons rages, and we have no nights to spare for this noble mission. Even I am strictly on a very long lunch break arranged by Sir Carolo. Please see to these abominations, Madam Adventurer. Madam, I have much prowess with the paperwork, should you require aid of that sort. So that gives us access to Zemel Darkhold, or Zemel, or however you want to pronounce it, which is good. And here is Brisilt. You stand before Demajen, the subterranean fortress excavated by the great Ishgardian house of the same name. None but authorized personnel may enter. A letter from Lord Bodlin. So you've come about the Imperial airship. According to our scouts, the vessel has scarce touched the ground when a pair of men, captives by all accounts, burst forth and bolted. Imperial soldiers have since been sighted in the area, seeking to recapture them. What? The captors would like to be your friends, you say? Then let us pray that they are yet a step ahead of their pursuers. The emergency landing reportedly took place near the Aurum Vale, situated south and west of here. I suggest you take your search there. Seek out a knight named Pyramon. He should be able to assist you. So this particular chunk of the storyline, I suppose, is designed where the start of the Zemel Darkhold quest is coincides with the main story quest. So you unlock that there, and you come across here to unlock that dungeon. And the assumption is that you'll probably run it as soon as you've unlocked it. That'll give you a bit of XP. And then chances are, since you've just been past Nedrick, you'll have gone and picked up the Aurum Vale quest. And then you've now got it running over here to where the Aurum Vale is, so that you'll unlock that dungeon as well. We can't run it yet because we're not level 47. Hail, adventurer! Wait, do not tell me Nedrick sent you. Tell me this, adventurer. Do you know how the Aurum Vale earned its most enticing name? Because Aurum is, well, Aurum is Latin for gold. Allow me to enlighten you. The cave is rich with sulphur and mithril ore, which, through reactions with the groundwater, combine to exude golden-hued fumes. A beautiful sight. That is, until you realise the damned death clouds are burning a chest from within. If you still wish to try your life in your hands, I'll not be the one that stops you, but do try not to get killed. I've dragged enough corpses out of the Vale to last me a lifetime. So we can't do the Aurum Vale yet, because we're not high enough level. But we can do Zemai, and we may well end up having to at some point. The Imperial airship. I saw it approach to land with mine own two eyes. I hastened to the landing site, arriving just in time to see the vessel take to the skies again. But not before it had deployed a detachment of troops. Gruff orders were being barked, and there was an air of consternation about them. My stream is being iffy. Am I accidentally downloading something in the background? It's possible that the internet's just playing up. Hopefully this won't affect things too much. Just put the buffer rate down for a minute and see if that helps. Right, Sir Pyramons wants to share with you what he knows with the two fugitives. There were prisoners aboard the airship, it seems, and they seized the opportunity to flee when the vessel was forced to land. The Garleans who were deployed formed search parties and proceeded to scour the wilderness in order to alert our forces. Scour the wilderness. Full stop. In order to alert our forces, I returned to my post to find evidence that someone had been here in my absence. Whoever they were, they tried the door to no avail and decided to go elsewhere. In all, I marked two sets of footprints, one large and one small. If you search the area, perhaps you'll be able to follow the prints to their owners. So we get a footprint following quest. There's a few of these in the game from now on. They're not too bad. We are in a slightly higher level area now. It's Wedge. so cold. I want to go home. Hi. Where? Please don't hate me. I'm not nearly as succulent as I look. It's all skin and bones underneath, I swear. Oh. Demajen, it's you. Thank goodness you're here. It's been awful. The Guardians were snapping at our heels like a hungry pack of wolves. I was so hell-bent on evading them I almost ran headlong into a monster escaping more thrice. And when I finally found cover, it hit me how cold and hungry I was. Can't help you there. No food. But Biggs? He isn't here. He went off in a different direction to lure our pursuers away. Hold up. It's me, Sid. Have you had any success? Don't know why Sid's suddenly become northern. Tracked down Wedge? That's wonderful news. Now, what of Biggs? Nothing yet. I see. Well, it hardly surprised me that the big fellow went off as he did. For all the tongue lashings he gives Wedge, he's always taking care of him. I've scoured the area surrounding the Darkhold, but have nothing to show for it. At any rate, we know for a fact that Biggs headed west. With both Ida and Estrella helping out, I'm sure he'll turn up soon. Now then, I'll make my way over to your position while keeping an eye out for Biggs. If memory serves, there should be an East Guardian fortification not far to your west. Monument Tower, I believe it's called. Let's meet there. Dare I hope, was that Master Garland you spoke with? Yes. After 5 long years, thank goodness he's alive. I'm feeling better now. Let's get to Monument Tower and wait for the chief to arrive. Ooh. Huh. Are these Grand Company mobs? Ha. Where's my chat log gone? There it is. I'd hidden it completely. Ooh, hi biased. This is weird. Yeah, mud puppies you mostly find in Mordona, and in fact I think they might be slightly lower level in Mordona. But as long as they've got the same kind of monster ID, you can kill whichever version of them that you find. In which case, we'll kill these while we're here. That's awkward. Need one more. Ooh, Kraken's levelled up there. Are there any more mud puppies up here? No, there are not. Right. I seem to recall we've got to chase around in here a bit anyway, so that'll be fine. Yes, Abilene. Well met and welcome, adventurer. What brings you to this frozen corner of the realm? This tiny little git. Oh, you have to see your companion has called you chill. Come and warm yourself by the fire. I'll bring you a hot broth. How are you feeling now, then? Stay here as long as you need. Same goes for you, friend. It is plain you have a hard journey ahead of you. You must find rest when you can. Right, what are we up to now? Monumental Hopes. We are still on the level 44 stuff. Excellent. Wedge is gravely concerned for his missing companion. I'm fine now, thanks to you, but I can't bear to think that Biggs is still all alone in the cold with Garleans on his heels. He lured the enemy away for my sake, and now he's suffering for it. I hate to have to rely on you again, Demajen, but do you think you could go search for Biggs? I haven't the slightest notion where he might be at the moment, but maybe, just maybe, the people here have seen something. A Rugadan gentleman dressed in the same manner as your companion? I'm sorry, but it didn't come by here. Let me think a moment. I'd not raise your hopes unduly, but there is a cave situated a short distance to the south. We call it the Fury's Gaze, and it may be worth the while to investigate. I make this suggestion only because your friend seems like a selfless sort. Rather than drawing the enemy to this tower, may I be elected to passers-by. So maybe, and I always get these two confused, maybe Biggs has headed past. And headed down into this somewhat dark and dank looking cave. Ooh, with all the pretties. And a big ass stalactite. Surveying. Looking around. But wait. Ghosties! Yeah. I really want to try out Total Eclipse, but in here it would be a really bad move because it would hit all of these plasmoids. And they're higher level than we are. And I kind of don't want to fight them all at once. Sadly, not in the cave. Worth a try though. Ooh, which reminds me. No. What do we want to do? Do we want to make him a healer? Or an attacker? To be honest, actually, I think I should have gone for the cure before I put the points into attack. We can change that later. We can respec. Demajen, were you able to learn anything? Not in this area. Well, that stands to reason, I suppose, seeing as he was trying to lure the Guardians away from me. But where within this vast sea of snow and ice could he be? can't give up, Demajen. We must find Biggs before he succumbs to the cold or is captured. There must be someone in this tower who can help us, even if it's only to tell us where to look. Ask them for me. Ask anyone on listen and hurry. Biggs' chances of survival grow slimmer by the moment. Our internet is being spoony. Ignis. Your friend is lost in the wilderness, you say? If he's not to be found around here or in the vicinity of the Darkhold, it's possibly made for wait for him. To reach it, one must travel through Demajen Pass, the southern end of which lies to the north and east of here. While I make no guarantees that your search will bear fruit, it's surely better than worrying in idleness. I wish you luck. Oh, and one more thing. Do tread warily when climbing the stairs here. Not a moon ago, I nearly broke my neck when I slipped and took a tumble. Oh, tell you what, it makes my stomach lurch. Right, let's kill this one last mud puppy that we need. Go. And let's head up to Demajen Pass, which is up this way. You remember we've been to Demajen Pass before. That's where we fought the mud puppy, actually, wasn't it? With the vinegar for the quest back in the 30s. And here we get an instanced fight. Ooh, Notorious Biggs. See what they've done there. Notorious B.I.G. Yeah. Our orders are to take you back, dead or alive. Which will it be, engineer? I think you come and find out, Tinhead. Ah, Demajen. It's well that you're here. The situation is grave. Biggs is in a bad way. We need to do something right now. Ida has the right of it. He will perish if we delay. With me! I love that. Uh-oh. He's not alone! Kill him all! Kill them all, even. It's battle time. Right, archers first. Because they can do some nasty damage. And they've got an AoE. Right. Why do I want to stay close to Biggs? Kill as many as we can. Oh god, there's more of them. Ah, how many of them are there? I have the whole feeling Biggs is going to die. Yes, unfortunately, the AI will not move out of the way of AoE. But thanks for the moment, and I've. Ooh. He's been too long in the cold. We must find shelter for him. Monument Tower, you say? Very well. Ida and I shall bear him there with all haste. Sister will be so happy to see Biggs and Wedge again. Oh, I love reunions. She's so ditzy. I have to keep track of how her ditziness goes, especially considering what happens towards the end of Heavensward. Right, back to the tour. Oops. Wedge. I cannot thank you enough, and the same goes for the rest of you. Thank you all so much. Oh, don't mention it. We are family, are we not? Well, yes. It's just I didn't think I'd ever see him again. I owe the lot of you my life, and you saved Wedges too. And losing count of how many I owe you. Biggs, Wedge. God, it's good to see the two of you again. Chief, it's you. It's really you. In our hearts we knew you were still alive, but to finally see you in the flesh. When Alfino told me of the raid on the Waking Sands, I feared the worst. What happened? The enemy struck with nary a warning. We didn't stand a chance. Wedge and I were in the workshop when they came. Before we knew what was happening, the Imperials had it at gunpoint. It must have been awful. There's one thing I don't understand, though. How did the Guardians get there so fast? I mean, the Immortal Flame should have seen them coming, right? I myself have asked the same question. That day when I returned to the carnage at the Waking Sands, I noted nothing amiss in horizon, nothing at all to suggest the passing of an Imperial force. From this, I conclude that the Guardians came neither by land nor by air. No, they were born there by potent teleportation magics of the kind used by the Asians. Carry on. We were bound and blindfolded and bundled into the cargo bay of a waiting airship. I can't rightly say how long we were aboard, but when the time came for us to disembark, we found ourselves in the midst of an Imperial stronghold, Castrum Sentry. Upon arrival, we were marched off into the main complex. Biggs and I were thrown into a detainment cell together, while Midvillian and the others were taken elsewhere. That was the last we heard of them. From them. Castrum Sentry. What happened next? Well, we were held in isolation for what felt like years, but was probably moons or maybe only weeks. And then without warning, the Imperials collected the pair of us and put us on another vessel, which we found out was bound for Garlemald, much to our dread. We knew that if we were taken back there, we weren't like to leave again. So, risky though it was, we sabotaged the ship's altitude control and forced an emergency landing. And in the midst of the ensuing chaos, we managed to slip our captors. The rest, as they say, is history. Haha. If I didn't know better, I'd call that a likely story. Sabotaging the altitude controls of an airborne vessel. That would have been Biggs' handiwork, like as not. You were always resourceful in a tight spot, my friend. Forced humour. Demajen, thank you for returning my dear assistance to me. It would seem I owe you yet another debt of gratitude. There are still many questions in my mind, but the answers can wait. Minfilia and the others still need rescuing. Alright, you lot. Garland Ironworks is back in business. Let's go and give the Imperials what for. Hurrah! Dum, dum, bum, 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 bum. Excellent. Right, I've just received a text message. Hold on. Ooh, ow, 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 ow. Right. Cid wants to prepare a strategy to rescue Minfilia and the other scions. Thanks to you, Biggs and Wedge are with us again. Now we must find a way to rescue Minfilia and the others. God knows we've kept them waiting too long already. Based on what we've learned, I believe it's safe to say they're being held at Castrum Sentry. Do you think? So let us convene at Revenant's Toll in Mordona. This is as good a place as any to prepare and better than most. The road leading east and south will get you there. When we arrive, let us seek the advice of the local adventurers. We're bound to learn a thing or two that will benefit our mission. Now, we've actually been to Mordona before, but we went the weird way. So I'm going to show you how you would normally go there in relation to the actual main story. So you come out of the tower, you head east down the road, over the river, stream, whatever you'd like to call it. There's Aurum Vale on your right. Keep on going down. Zone lines here. And this pretty much takes you to Revenant's Toll. So it's right there. Pretty straightforward to get to. This guy tells you how to cast glamours, so you can change your appearance. He is super duper important. What this guy does. It's lots of just general kind of on level quests. But yeah, what we're actually after is Slathborn. And what another thing we're going to do. Going to set this as a favoured destination, so it's cheaper to teleport to here because we will be coming here a lot. And after a certain point in the storyline, we'll actually set this to our free destination because we'll really be coming here a lot. In fact, we may even set it as our home point. So, what's Slathborn, let's say? Well met, friend. What brings you to Revenant's Toll? Did I hear you rightly? Your friends are being held captive at Castrum Sentry and you want to rescue them? I don't mean to discourage you, but that might prove difficult. The Stronghold has been on high alert of late, with armoured patrols seen around the perimeter, about the perimeter around the clock. Not even a fly could get within 100 yards of the walls undetected. If the Garleans were alerted to our coming, we cannot know what they will do to Minfilet and the others. We must act with the greatest stealth. Aye, it has to be good old-fashioned infiltration. Ooh, that was a bit Geordie. But with security so tight, how are we going to smuggle ourselves in? Well, I've a mind to walk through the front door. Huh? The front door? Aye, we'll disguise ourselves as Imperial troops and march right in. For this, we need a few sets of Imperial uniforms, a suit of Magitech armour, and impeccable timing. Huh, that's a bold strategy, but it just might work. Where we are, there's certainly no shortage of opportunities to borrow the equipment. Knowing those Imperial bastards, they won't even suspect that we savage Eorzeans would think to use their technology. And then it's settled. If you're determined to go ahead with this, I'd recommend you speak with Glomont. The fellow's got a personal grudge against the Empire and happens to know a great deal about Castrum Sentry besides. I've no doubt that he'd want to be of aid. Ida and I shall go to reconnoitre Garlean activity at the Stronghold. It would not do if something were to befall our comrades before we had the chance to act. Come and join us when you're ready. Let's do this. Sometimes I wonder, Ida, are there ever times when you are not enthused? Yeah, I'm nothing if not enthused, Ffxiv, and you're beginning to remind me of Papa Limo. Little bit of banters. Right. Let's speak to Glomont. Looking for Glomont, are you? Well, you found him, whoever you are. Eh? You're looking to get inside Castrum Sentry and you need my help? Ha! Something tells me we're going to get along just fine. So, you have friends at Castrum Sentry who want for rescue. That Slaffborn knows me too well. Oh, you can count on my help. I've got a score to settle with the Imperials, and I never pass on an opportunity to get back at the Horsens. But enough about me, let's talk strategy. Rescuing folk from captivity is right delicate business. A single oversight, just one little blunder, and it's all over. You can't leave any room for uncertainty. For starters, you need to confirm beyond the shadow of a doubt that your friends are where you think they are. You don't want to risk your neck only to discover they've been moved elsewhere. But how can you find out, you ask? By following these instructions. If you approach Sentry from the east, you'll see a swampland to your left called the Tangle. Get in there, never mind all the marbles, and navigate your way to the southwestern corner. Ooh, stream's dying. Stop dropping frames. You come upon some drainage pipes coming down from the Stronghold. Don't ask me how I know, but one of them leads back up to the command tower. If you listen closely, might be as you can eavesdrop on some of the happenings within. Once we know for certain your friends are there, we'll move to the next stage of the operation. Now get going, and Godspeed. And since the internet is being a little bit spoony, that might be a good place to take a little bit of a break. And I'll come back in an hour or so and hope it's settled down. I know Virgin does still have this tendency to throttle internet. Now with mine it should be more than enough bandwidth wise, but mayhap, as Alfie knows what to say, it's possible that it's been a bit spoony. So we will we'll quit it there for a little bit, and I shall be back shortly. Give it an hour or so. It might be that we actually do. Let's goodbye again. There it is. Do a good chunk of the end game later on. Right, toodle pips. Back later.